Hi, how are you? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Perfect. How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Should I put on this light? I may get a headache, but it's okay. Let there be light. And then there was light. How's everyone doing? Oh man. The energy at this time on earth is so thick you could like cut it with a knife. It's unreal. Something huge has shifted. Seriously, something huge has shifted. And I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it. I really don't. Personally, I'm getting kind of sick of it all, like being here. Especially when you're awake, it sucks, Like a lot of you, you probably remember your life, before you were awake, and it was probably, it felt like a lot lighter, right? Hi, Yashika, how are you? I just emailed you back. Hi, Jalen. I'm not here for long. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have you checked out my second channel? Because I will be posting a lot more over there. This is my second channel. That's where I'm kind of expressing myself. I don't think sometimes it's best to kind of like, merge the two. I want to keep this very separate from tarot. So, I just wrote in the chat that is my second channel if you want to go check it out. I have posted a few videos. I don't know if you've seen it. Just expressing what is on my heart, while we still can, right? While we can still, who knows what the future holds, guys? We don't know. I don't feel like anything's written in stone right now, but we don't know if in the future we'll be able to express ourselves. We just don't know. So I feel like while you can, do it. And if there's a lot of you right now who feel like you need to express yourself, like sometimes YouTube is good for that. It's good for that. And if you feel like you just don't have much people who resonate with you in your life, don't be surprised. You could find a whole following online. Like, I actually, that's kind of where most people find their tribe. Even if you're not a YouTuber, you'll find you'll get into these communities online, It's kind of sad we're not really there yet. Like, I don't really talk to anybody who has said to me that they found their tribe in the physical yet. And I talked to quite a few people. So we're not really there yet where people are finding their communities in the physical as of yet. But just know we're very lucky in these times to have the internet. Very lucky. Because whereas before you had to just wait for someone to show up in your life, now you can go out and find it, and we can connect through the internet, right? We have that option, that possibility. That's why I say, when people don't know things or they're not researched on things, it's like you have no excuse. You have no excuse. Okay, we've already got somebody here. I mean, I'm not saying the internet is the greatest place, okay? I'm not saying it's the greatest place. It can be very dark, the internet. But, I like to look at the positive side of things. Okay, what's your question, Yashika? What's your question? You didn't write it. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Hi, Nina. Let's bring forth the messages Yashika needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Just know, guys, I'm not here for long. I may be lucky if I can do 5, okay? 5 today, because I've got to go. So if you are wanting to have a reading, you better get in on it because, like, I'm going to be gone in, like, maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, I'll be getting off. I need to rest. I've been producing a lot of content lately, not just on this channel, but my other channel. And I need to kind of unwind. I do these lives because I understand, not everybody can afford a reading. So it's kind of like my way of giving back, okay? What's going on at Yashika's workplace? Hi, Jalen. Did I say hi already? I don't even know if I did. What? My clients, 2 friends are talking about the neighborhood. I just don't know what's being said. I don't know what that means. What's going on at your workplace? I don't know, but I feel like you need to make sure. Yeah, I don't know what you're writing me. I don't understand what you're writing me. Actually, you know what? Before I read this, specify what you are talking about. Like, what is it that you want answered? Because, asking me what's going on in your workplace is actually very general. And we'll be here all day if I don't understand, like, what you're asking me. Hi, Sue Young. But you asked about your workplace, so I don't understand. Okay. I would say when it comes to your workplace, I'm not sure, but there is this kind of energy with respect to kind of keeping a distance. I don't know if you're talking about gossip, but I would urge you to kind of do your own thing, walk your own path. I actually don't know that you may be at this place for much longer. I do see another avenue opening up for you elsewhere. This is not, while you've made, I feel like, a few good connections, and the place seems, it seems interesting enough. I feel like, I don't think you're bored, but I just feel like you will be leaving eventually. You're not going to be staying here. Whatever you're asking me about the neighborhood is not coming up. Do you have a wish to go elsewhere? Do you have a wish to go to another job? Because or leave or something? Because I feel like that's stepping in. I feel like whatever you're asking me about is not really important. So I don't know what you mean by what's going on in the neighborhood, but that's not where the focus is with these cards. You're actually being guided, or the message is in this reading is that you will be, there will be another opportunity opening up, and you will want to go. You will want to take it. I can't give you a time frame, but it's not more than months, okay? Maybe not longer than 3 months, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't pretend to know with time frames. I just feel like your time here is limited. It does feel very spicy in energy. I don't know if people tend to kind of it just seems lively. We got a bunch of lively people. What are they saying about you to these people? Hi, Mercedes. I don't see anybody talking about you. I just don't. Maybe they are, but that's not what's being shown here. You need to be told through this reading that you are leaving, okay? You need to go. You need to find your own path away from this is good for right now, but I don't know if you have a wish or a hope to go elsewhere. But that's kind of what you'll be doing. And, I don't know if you want to go ahead with your private booking, but I don't see anything like that here. The best I can do is draw one more card. You know, your question at first was like, what do you need to know about your workplace? It's that you're going to be leaving. That's kind of what, you know, they want you to know. Get prepared, get ready. You're ready to level up. I don't know if you've been planting a seed energetically to leave, to do your own thing, but that's looking like it's going to be bearing fruit soon. Let's get one more card about her workplace. Bringing back to life. That's interesting. Let's get a clarifier. Yeah, I don't know. We've got, you know, closed, it feels like closed doors with this curtain closed, public attention. I don't feel like, you know, you're speaking about, you're talking about somebody talking about you. I don't think that this is like really as big as you think it is, because if somebody's wanting public attention, they're not getting any. The curtain is closed. So if they're wanting to get the attention of someone else by gossiping, they're not getting it. Bringing back to life, that's kind of interesting with the rest in pieces. I'm telling you, I don't think you're going to be here much longer. You will be moving on, okay? You will be moving on, moving forward. Even energetically, I don't even have to look at cards. I can feel as a reader as well too, that like, it's just like, I don't know. It feels like you're already like energetically not there. It's just your body has to follow, okay? So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. I'm just not seeing anybody that's focused on you, or even if somebody's trying to make somebody focus on you, they're not going to get the attention that they need with respect to whatever it is that they're doing. You're moving onwards and upwards to something else, which is more aligned with you, okay? That's what I got. Okay, Su Young. After Su Young, there's no one. Just letting you know, I will not be here for much longer. Okay, it's a short one for me today because I've been posting a lot of stuff about my current job and moving on to a new opportunity this year. Okay, so what does she need to know about her current job? Let's bring forward the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear, and let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What does she need to know about her current job and maybe moving on to a new opportunity this year? It's slowly but surely coming. And I say slowly because Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy. But I just feel like protect this dream or this opportunity at all costs. You know, you guys can ask whatever it is that you want to ask, but the cards are going to do their thing. Okay, so if they want you focusing on something else, they will. But this looks to me like, again, I don't want to do time frames, but I do feel like you are going to get what you want. It's just like not in the time frame that you would expect. So I don't know what that looks like to you. Let's get some more. Does that make any sense to you? This fell out. Does that make any sense to you, Su Young? Has there been a breakup of some sorts, or are you wanting to leave this job? Like either this resonates that you have just had a recent breakup with a friend and they're popping up energetically through this reading because that's what the energy will do. Or this is kind of like what needs to happen. You want to leave. Okay. I gotta turn this light off, guys. Sorry. It just creates way too much heat for me. You can still see. Let's get another card since that one fell out. Yeah. Oh, wow. Amazing. So just more validation that you will be leaving. like I said, there will be an opportunity, but it's not happening like right away. And I'm going to tell you another thing here. Are you kind of waiting for an opportunity to show up? Because listen, I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but it feels like to me, you're being called to like action. So is it that you want, like this to happen without you taking any sort of action? Because it may be that you get forced to take an action. It's like a call of faith. Most people would like to have a cushion to fall back on. I don't know. I just feel like you're gonna move forward, but over here, I just feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. Okay, good. You're applying and looking. There we go. Can I tell you something about your current workplace? They're not going to be really happy when you leave. And they may try to, I'm seeing this like, like, I get impressions, okay? Like in my third eye. And I'm seeing this, like, we're going to put a hold, or we're going to try to put a hold. Don't let that discourage you. That could be very nasty to feel energetically or be around. It's like, wow, I didn't expect that. You know, they've been pretty awful. Okay. But I just feel like when you're ready to go, they may pull some nasty stuff, like nasty. It's like on the same level of like, you know, when people go through a divorce and how nasty it can get, like it feels like that. Can I also tell you, Sue Young, too, that you were never supposed to stay there? You actually have expired. This thing had this place. There's an expiration date, and it's because you've leveled up. But it's just like obviously things take time. But you need to know that it doesn't matter what you're doing, even if you're applying or like this is bound to happen. You're kind of too good for the place now, energetically. And I mean that energetically. It's not a frequency match anymore, okay? But you got to stay strong through this, because you may think it's just about applying elsewhere. And then when you say, you just think you're doing your protocol and putting in the 2 weeks, it's like there's some weird action taken and you're like, huh? What? Like, what's going on? And it's crazy because you're going to be like, I thought they would be ecstatic to get rid of me. But no, I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why, but stay strong in your convictions and just don't let it get to you, okay? That's what you need to know. That is what you need to know. Okay, I've got Melody for 2, and then I've got Jamie. This is a given, Sue Young, a given. You're leaving. It's just, you got to catch up to the timeline, okay? Let's bring forth the messages that Melody needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Did you guys see I've been posting more? Spirit gave me the download, like, trim your freaking readings way the F down. I was like, oh my God, really? Really? Is that all it was? Like, you took 3 years to tell me that? Because I've been battling, like, how to give life to this channel. Because I'm so busy elsewhere. You know, I've got Patreon, I got private readings, I've got my second channel. I'm like working on a tarot deck. And they're like, why don't you just slim the reading way the F down? And I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. But I don't know why I didn't think about it sooner. So yeah, you're going to be getting more content from me. It's just not going to be these like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour readings, okay? If you ever want more from me, I've got Patreon. What did he notice about my energy appearance when he saw me at the gym yesterday? Ooh, what's going on here? Okay, what was he thinking or noticing? I like this. I'm curious. Oh my word. Oh, aw. Oh no. It went from like, oh no, what happened here? We're on a downward spiral. Oh geez, Louise, what is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna like interpret both of your questions within this spread because I'm already getting stuff for your second question here. Damn, you definitely affected him. But it stirred something, I feel like, inside him too that he didn't like. It stirred something. Yes, we've been loving all your content. Thank you. Because honestly, I don't know what's going on. And I actually had a couple people write me the other day and say, like, I just got notified and I haven't seen a reading it from you in 3 months. And I'm like, what? I don't know why this happens on YouTube. I still don't know. Still don't know why this happens. I don't know why after a while this happens to every freaking YouTuber. More. Okay. So let's include that one, okay? We are doing both of your questions in this one spread. What did he notice about your energy or your appearance? I'm not really getting anything with let's just squash that. I'm not really getting anything with respect to that. What I'm getting is how you made him feel. And it's a mixture of two things. It's a mixture of all that stuff flooding back, like what it felt to be around you, what it felt to like look at you with their two own actual physical eyes. Yeah, we could include the energy here. You know, there's something that happens within the physical. But in the same breath, I feel like it was a punch in the gut. And I'm going to tell you, there was that magnetic attraction. There was a being turned on. I don't know what you were wearing over there too, but the outfit added to it. Okay, whatever you were wearing, I don't care what you were wearing, but whatever you were wearing at the gym also affected how they felt, how you looked. But it doesn't matter if you acknowledged him or not. It's still you're around him physically. Everything came back also within that same breath with respect to this, okay? The communication, you know, the lack of, or, you know, we all know what's going on here. I remember your situation, okay? Oh my God, just wait, Mercedes, because I'm going to talk about that. Absolutely. Why? Are you feeling it? Wait. Are you feeling it? Because I don't know where you came from, but if you're talking about this or asking me this because Florida feels very different, I know what you mean. Because where I live in Canada is a totally different energy than Florida. He said he's ready for a relationship. Okay, well, this still bothers him. He may not let you know. He may never let you know, but that bothers him. The fact that you went AWOL for a while, okay? I feel like there's a little bit of resentment. I see that here with the Chariot, the wanting to move forward. I was actually going to bring that up here, even if you didn't tell me what you just told me. No, he's not ready. Oh, okay, he's not ready. Well, I wish you didn't write that because I was just about to tell you, like, I don't believe him if he says that because I feel like I don't think he knows really what he wants right now. He's very affected still. Like there was a pride moment, like the ego was really affected with that, you know, disappearance, your disappearance. Um, okay, this is just more of like, you met in a social setting. It felt like, okay, it was public. There is excitement. The attraction is still here, but the text message or the communication is it's coming through here. And I was with my friend doing a workout. I don't know. Okay, well maybe that's it too, because there's two chicks on here. But listen, I'm feeling the energy of this person, and I feel like I'm still not sure. And it's not even like there's anything wrong with you. I just feel like I'm not sure. I'm not sure about you. You rub me the wrong way. Yes, I have attraction for you. Like, absolutely have attraction for you. Um, Six of Cups even talks about that, but I feel defeated somehow. I feel like I've been bullied. I feel like I've been tortured, and I he doesn't have his strength. He has no strength about him right now. Like, what I mean by that is like maybe somebody could take a step back and say, you know what, maybe there was a reason why she did that. Let me at least ask or something. I don't know. Let me try to at least understand. But I don't know. I got a bruised ego. I feel like I got a bruised ego. This was on the bottom of the deck, by the way. Single, alone, isolation, lonely, and guarded. Very guarded regarding you. Very guarded. Yes, I lived in Philadelphia and I felt like the whole place was pushing me out. I just don't understand, like life is really, if you have awareness, like it's gonna really, you could have a lot of fun, once you start to become more aware. And it's not about being psychic, but the fact that you're even writing me this, Mercedes, is unreal because I'm getting pushed out too. And I've never experienced that. Like, I was even saying the other day, like, I'm dealing with my journey alone, my ascension journey, and now this. Like now this, I gotta figure out now how to leave a country. Like what? I guess it wouldn't be put on your plate if you couldn't, handle it. But like, it's gonna be a lot more easier for you. I'm not even in the country. But that's amazing that you were able to like do that, like actually fulfill it. I know I will be able to fulfill it. It just may take some more time. But yes, Florida, like, do you find your femininity comes out over there more too? Like you're more attractive, like people, I don't know, are looking at you more, and it's not just about men, but like, do you find like your femininity comes out over there? Like you want to be more like sexy and stuff? Like, I know this is going to sound weird, but like you want to put more effort is what I mean into like the way you look, or like, people are noticing you over there. Like you're not invisible. Like I feel like I'm invisible here. Like I go to a grocery store in Florida, everyone's talking to me. That type of thing. So yeah, I don't know, Melody. I think with this situation, the ball's really in their court. Like if they're gonna want anything with you, in the future, down the line, whatever, it's gonna have to be them. I feel like if you were to go towards them, take initiative, like you could further push them away. And I'm not saying you want them, but you're asking me about future predictions regarding like the next actions. I don't see any. I feel like this person's in a state of being defeated. I think there is this pull, this push to kind of move forward or start again or try again, but there's too much residual feeling from what has taken place. They didn't like what happened with the text messaging. And to be honest, this was actually really good what happened, because you don't want a guy, okay? You don't want a person who's gonna fold like that or be that sensitive. Like, we're gonna go through things, like let's say you were considering dating them. We're gonna go through things. Is this how you're gonna behave? Like, is this how you're gonna behave? You're gonna be this, like, no. This is, I want someone a little tougher, because I'm telling you right now, relationships require that. If they're not, if people aren't gonna get real about it or learn how to communicate or whatever, it's not gonna last. I've been married for 17 years. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna last. You have to have that in order for it. And there's something passive about this guy. Either that or you triggered something emotionally for him, which really had nothing to do with you. So he should not have been looked at, but he doesn't have the awareness. You know what I mean? I want to be less serious. I was too serious. And yes, people definitely see me and welcome me. I feel rejected and yeah, so weird and I'm still alone, but it feels, yeah, it's fun. And it's like, you have the beach there and you just like, I don't know, like the fruits. I mean, like we don't get fruits like that over here. Anybody who's watching, if you live in a tropical country or you live in Florida, you better really say thank you every day, because there are countries like I can't even buy fruits. I can only buy apple and banana. Everything else is garbage. By the time it gets here, and we don't have enough farms and stuff like local, by the time it gets here, it's just not worth purchasing. And you are charged an arm and a leg. But all I did over there was just eat fruits, like, and like exotic fruits, like star fruit, soursop, all kinds of stuff. Give me more. Wrap this up. Oh, wow. That's profound. That is profound. Melody, this may be completed. This may be completed. This thing is somehow, and it doesn't matter if you talk to him. You will be talking to him maybe here and there, but this does not feel like it may have that energy to kind of manifest to be like something. This may be dwindling, and I think you feel it too. Okay? So now don't get caught up with the whole karmic stuff. Like, just don't get caught up with the labels. Okay? This is not to say that this was not a serious conversation, a serious connection. It really was, but I feel like there's something has been learned, and maybe it's like a chapter. I'm sorry, I don't see anything in the way of like future predictions. Not right now. Maybe if you ask me in a week from now, it could change, but like you have to understand with readings, it's the energy of today, and timelines are always being created. Like, I could do anything. I could move this card over here. I could move this thing over here, and that's going to affect the outcome of my day tomorrow. You know, it's just the way it is. It's really intricate like that. And the movies try to tell you guys that, but people think it's sci-fi. No, that's real. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely affected by you, but there's some bitterness still, and they may not let on to it or let you know. They may not ever do that. Tell you about how deep it ran, but it's deep. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm getting for you. That's what I got for you. But listen, you don't have to accept it. You know, that's just kind of what I see here. Okay, I'm going to Jamie. Let's bring forth the messages. Oh, and then Empress Groove is the next. Got a download from Spirit that I'm meant to teach people. What it is I'm meant to teach and how. Wow. Wow, how profound, right? I just want to say before I even look to the cards, like, believe it, okay? You need to believe that. That doesn't happen to everybody, okay? But the more that you trust in what you're being given, and, eventually when you're led to it, act on it, you will get more. So don't, take this reading with entertainment purposes. Let's bring forth the messages Jamie needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. What are, top one card for the download. Oh yeah. This is the message. This is a messenger. It was a very tangible message. And wow, this is actually a student card. Did you know that? So you're still in student mode. They're just giving you a little tip off as to kind of like what you're gonna be doing next. I also know I have to be an entrepreneur. You're welcome, Melody. Wow. You know, that could have been any page, but you got the student card. So you're right now in student mode. That's, but you were getting tipped off. Okay. What are they meant to teach? Or what did you ask? What is it? Yeah. And how? Okay. What are they meant to teach? Let's get an idea here. What will they be teaching? Okay, I'm just gonna throw some things out here because I'm getting a ton. I mean, I wanted to say it when I saw this, but I wanted to wait for the cards. Are you in anything regarding finances? Like we're getting a SHIT ton of pentacle cards here. Are you into finances? Like, do you know anything about, are you a financial person? Like, what is this? And yeah, you're supposed to, I feel like with the Three of Cups, you're going to start small, where it's going to be within your group. You're going to be sharing stuff, and it's going to look like you're being a teacher because people will come and maybe ask advice. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about so you can better understand. Before I started doing this, before I even had the idea to start doing YouTube, I used to go and have coffee with my girlfriends, and they used to say, bring the deck. Like I used to read for them. It was so funny. Like people were like, what the hell are these people doing? Like we used to sit there in like a Starbucks, and I used to read their stuff. Like it's like that first. It's like that. It's like first you do it with your local community, like who you have around you. And then it kind of elevates, but it feels financial. I don't know. Like, does that make sense to you? Like, do you do anything? Like, do you know anything about finances? Are you into finances? Do you have like a niche for finances? Give me more. Oh, OMG. So this is a part of your leveling up. Okay, now what I want to say to you, because this has happened to me multiple times, okay? You got to bear with yourself. Please, if you can take any message away from this, you've got to be patient. You may not even really like it, because personally, when they started telling me that they wanted me to create a second channel and start talking to people, I was like, come on. I am too tired. I'm one person and I don't want to really honestly talk about this stuff. Like, I understand that I have an acquired wisdom for it, but like, I don't want to do it. And I literally, like, for 2 years was like, okay, I mean, there was one time I didn't even put a video out for a year. Now all of a sudden I put some out and I just got, as soon as I said, okay, all right, I'll do more, then I just like blew up. So yeah, you got to be patient, because you may not even want to do this. You may not even be like, this is something I really want to do, but it's kind of like your higher self's way of, making you honor your soul contract, because I do believe there's something deep in our soul contract that we're trying to follow, but we don't have the awareness, because it's like, we're here on earth. We don't remember anything, okay? Trust me, guys, there's nothing I'd love more than to just go on a private island and just live the rest of my life over there, okay? Personally, I never wanted to do any of this. I really just don't want to do anything. Just don't want to do anything. Wow, really? I don't know much. I have a lot to learn about finance because it's very in time with my spiritual journey. It makes sense, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. You would be shocked. You would be shocked if you started, like, don't ever underestimate the power of the unknown, because, like, I always tell this story. 10, 12 years ago, I had this psychic tell me that, people would be knocking down my door for reading. I was like, and she was like someone I went to. She was really spot on, really good. But I remember turning to my mom and saying, like, Okay, I'm done. She's losing herself. She doesn't have her gift anymore. She's like crazy. Now look. Now look at what I'm doing. So just don't ever underestimate the power of the unknown. Like, don't put yourself, and I'm talking to everybody, don't ever put yourself in any kind of borders or whatever. Like, you'd be shocked at how you can even grow in life, you know? When I started this whole thing, even the channel that you're on right now, like I did not know how to talk. Everything was like. I couldn't even get like what was being shown to me out my mouth. It was like I've grown so much, like, but you have to be open. Okay, be open. Now, what I will tell you with this Two of Pentacles is that, whatever this is, like when you do start to teach, it will be something that you'll be simultaneously balancing with something else. I don't know if you've asked for money recently or to be more abundant recently. They're trying to give you away. But you know what the funny thing about this universe is that they'll simultaneously kill two birds with one stone. So they'll bring you more money. They'll work on you, like, getting out there, showing your face, facing your fears. And then it's simultaneously, by when you do that, you start helping people. So then you're like, it's a loaded agenda. You know what I mean? For the positive, but for the positive, right? It serves many purposes. So yes, you are supposed to be the teacher, and look with the Hierophant. Are you kidding me? But you're still a student, Jamie. You're still a student. So we got to get you graduated, and just don't be in a rush. Just flow with life. Once you get into the Hierophant, you will get to this point where it's going to be a tipping point where it's like you've got enough accumulated that now we can send you out and you're ready. But I just feel like right now you're not ready, but you will be, okay? I've been so busy manifesting money. They're trying to bring it to you, okay? They're trying to bring it to you, and that is, but it's not just really about money. It's also, I think, about destiny as well too, soul contract. You may be like, I have no recollection of this. Yeah, I'm putting my hand up. Me either. Me either. I would have been happy living on a farm in the middle of nowhere, honestly. Whatever preconceived notions you have about me, if you think I look like I like attention, hell no, I don't. I really don't care. I really don't care about any of that. But it's just like, sometimes it is what it is. It's like a call to action. And I haven't figured out completely, everything about this as of yet. This call to action that happens to people, not just me. But I really do believe deep down, like, you're fulfilling something. You're fulfilling your mission somehow. And I think you're being primed and prepped right now. But yeah, you will be a teacher. You've got the Hierophant here. You just have to get to that. And whatever it is that you will be doing, you will be building a kingdom, generational wealth, okay? So, but you got to be patient. But this is a part of your leveling up. Like, come on. Out of the whole deck, this is about that. 100%. You're going to be ready. You're ready right now. You're in the process. Yep, you are. Okay. Where am I now? Let me go back here. Okay, so I've got Empress, and then I've got Nandini. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it. I was told, because I read your question, I was told that, like, it's kind of funny you're asking this because you've already made so much magic happen. Your spirit guides are kind of showing me, like, themselves scratching their head at this question, because they're like, she's made so much magic happen already. Like, I'm confused at why she's asking, like, how do I make magic happen? It's kind of funny. Let me just, okay, I'm being guided to go to the Starseed Oracle deck after this. Just give me what, yeah, okay, 1 second. You know, seriously, with the Emperor, you've accumulated enough wisdom. You're actually, okay, hold on here. Why do you always get the Empress and you are Empress New Groove? I mean, really? Okay, I gotta be really serious with you here. You've got some sort of block. You've got a block here. You know, with these types of cards, they're so powerful. It tells me it's like you kind of like, you know how to do this, but I'm getting like some sort of fear around it. Like, are you like, and I know this is gonna, and the reason why I'm kind of like tongue tied is because if I say it out loud, it's gonna sound strange, but are you actually afraid of your own power? Yes, that's right, Basma. That is right. Hi, Natty. That is very true, Basma. Very true. Thank you for sharing that. I've got a fear around your actual power, and I'm going to tell you something. I feel like, I want to be very careful with what I say here because we're in front of a bunch of people. I don't want to call you out like that. I just like feel like something happened in childhood. It fragmented this part of you, but I don't know why, what was the mission, why that happened. You're afraid to speak your mind? I don't know why. Did you try to speak your mind when you were younger? And I don't know, I just feel like you're cut off somehow in childhood. It's like if that never happened, you would have been, ooh, this is heavy. This is really heavy. It's like the way the cards are showing me this is like you're functioning from here, but you're supposed to be all the way up here. Like they're even telling me like, you know, like you should already be a teacher. You should already be a teacher. The block, there's a block with this. I think you do make magic happen all the time, but in the way of what you're looking for, there's a block. There's a block. And I'm not gonna lie, when there is blocks, it's not an overnight thing. Like you gotta do a lot of like figuring out introspection. Do you have time for that? Like, I guess I'm wondering, do you have time for that? Yes, I felt like it from the way I talk. Just call me out how you see it. It's not even that. When I said call you out, I just, to me, I'm in a bunch of, I'm in a bunch of, in front of a bunch of people, and I just feel like I'm feeling the sensitivity around it. So I don't want to be like vulgar about it or like lackadaisical or nonchalant. That's kind of what I mean when I say I don't want to call you out. Like, okay, I'm going to try and find out what this is. What's going on here? What's the block? What is this thing I can't figure out? Oh my God. Okay, Empress. I've just actually recently unblocked this. So, like, you're talking to the right person, and you're gonna know what I'm talking about because I'm putting out a video on my Patreon, and you will hear me talk about this. Okay, I don't want to say too much right now, but it says loosen your grip. Okay, so there's something. You see how she's falling and she's not really afraid? I mean, she doesn't really know where she's going. You're afraid to fall. You're afraid to fail, but you're also afraid to let go. And I don't know if it has coping mechanism here. So I don't know if this is how you've been coping. And I get it. I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, that's how I used to cope. Like, I just felt like I had to be in front of everything. Like, sometimes it's just us getting out of our own way. A lot of the times we think it's, we rack our brains, like, what is this? But it's just us getting out of our own way. I've also got density, I've got addiction, and let God in. So with the addiction, I don't know if you've become addicted to this and you just are not really fully aware of that. But the let God in is also, it's not about Christianity. It's about that leaping. You're not really comfortable with that yet. Now, I don't think anyone should rush anything. Like, I would never say to anybody, just go force yourself out there. No, that's not the way. Like, I mean, listen, everybody, when they think they're forcing it, like, they're really just taking a leap of faith, but you have to be ready for that. So, like, I think here, even you getting annoyed with this is you controlling it too. You even being annoyed about this or trying to get, even in front of what this is also controlling it. You have to let go of the what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this causes problems, what if this blah 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 blah. It's not easy. I've just recently gotten over this. Okay, I've just recently unblocked this myself. It took me 3 years. I just want to say, like, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to take 3 years for you, but like, you have to be patient. Can you just maybe like put it out there? Like, go somewhere really quiet in nature and just put it out there and say, universe, like, show me what I can't see and show me what I want to see, and then see what happens. I think that would be the first step. I think you were shut down somehow. I don't know. But I think it's because you had great power. And I don't really know if it was actually a person or if it was just the negative, dark energy that exists on this planet and like travels through people. I don't know. But like, it's the grip you've got on this. This was on the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to acknowledge it for a second because I just feel like here, there could also be a burden that you're carrying that's not really yours. And I'm not saying it's someone else's, but it could be an illusion. It could be an illusion, okay? I'm guaranteeing you it's an illusion. A lot of the things that we feel, guys, or we think, or we worry about are illusions. You don't ever have anything to worry about. And in doing that, releasing the worry, when I say you'll never have to worry again, it's like it goes hand in hand. It's so ironic. Get rid of the fact that you don't have to worry about anything and you'll never worry about anything again. I should put that on a shirt or something. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this off. Let me go back and just see here. I gotta go. I am gonna acknowledge whoever paid, but I gotta go. So I just gotta, I got Nandini for 2 and 1 for Melody. Okay. Hopefully. Oh, where the heck is my message? Did it not come through? Oh, sorry guys. I sound like an amateur here. Can I pin this? No? Okay, whatever. All right, let's go back over here. So we've got Nandini. Oh, thank you. Lovely to see you too. I have a couple of questions. I'm changing teams at work and will be working under a lady named Katie from Dan. Okay, would she offer me a promotion down the line in my new team? How would she see me, treat me? Okay, let's bring forth the messages Nandini needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. She's changing teams at work and she's going to be working with someone named Katie. What do we know about this? What does she need to know about this? Okay, so the good news is that I think you definitely will be getting the promotion. It's right there. This actually looks very pleasant to me. Like the energy between the two of you. Oh, no worries, Melody. I'm good. I'm good with you. Like it's just after you. I can't do anymore. Gotta go. I actually like the energy between the two of you. It's not like super crazy or anything. It's actually very neutral to me. Feels neutral. It feels pleasant. It feels like cordial, but nothing too extreme on either end of the spectrum. I do feel like this promotion may not be connected to her though. Like I know you mentioned about her giving it to you. I don't feel like with these cards she gives it to you. I think you land it because it's supposed to be yours. So I don't know if you even care about that. I mean, who cares who it comes from, right? But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. The only thing that I do want to say, Nandini, is that be careful what you wish for in a sense, because yes, you will get more money, you will get more recognition, but it will come with more work. I mean, if you're okay with that, then that's great, you know? We've got intense shadow work. That's interesting. So this new promotion, oh, that's interesting actually, because I said to you, it's not coming from her. I don't feel like it's really, listen, she may give it to you, but I don't feel like it's really hers to give you. This is from the shadow work you've been doing. It's a reward. Okay. I don't care what your shadow work looks like. There's no levels of shadow work. You don't need to be in a corner crying, okay, to do shadow work. Shadow work is shadow work. Okay. But this is excellent. I just feel like just, you know, it's more work. That's about it. What's your second question? How would she see me? Oh, I have my presentation for my project management course coming up. Will this go well and will I pass? Talk to us about this presentation for project management. How will it go? Will she pass? Huh. It's in the bag. That's a saying, as in, yeah, oh, wow, this is excellent. Yeah, this, oh, wow. Yeah, wow, you're really doing very well. You're, oh, wow, like, you're really, oh, wow, you're shining with the world. You're coming into a time where you're going to be celebrated, you're going to be seen, okay? This is a very exciting time, and it's like hard work is paying off, but not just hard work, you know, inner work too, because I mean, you got to stay patient, you got to stay strong. That's what the Queen of Pentacles talks about, right? She is the only one in the deck that will sit there for like decades. I'm not saying you've been waiting decades, although maybe you have been your whole life waiting for this moment, right? But you can't waver like her faith. Like she's solid. She's not easily broken. on what she believes in. Um, you've got a really good, amazing time coming up for you. And it's like, I just heard the word Jupiter. Jupiter. Anything going on for you in Jupiter? Like, I don't know why I'm being told Jupiter. Are you going through like Jupiter Mahadasha or anything like that? Or is Jupiter well placed right now? Like, I don't know why I'm being shown that, which is really weird because I don't like to mix astrology. That's why I'll never say, oh, you must be a Capricorn. Like, please. It's an energy. Anyone can be a Queen of Pentacles today and a Queen of Wands tomorrow, you know? Yeah, I don't know. There's something going on. It just feels, maybe it's just symbolically the energy of Jupiter, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of like opportunities, wealth. It can be a real lucky time. Maybe that's just kind of like energetically, symbolically what I'm being given. Maybe it's nothing really, but it doesn't hurt to look. But really, you know, it's just like, look at all this with the, like, you're gonna have victory, but it's been a long time coming. So listen, like, this is excellent. This is really excellent. Yes, you will pass. It will go well. There may even be some action taken from this. Like, there could be people who, I don't know, start asking you questions about this, picking your brain. Like, this could lead to something else, maybe an offer of some sorts, or maybe someone gives you a really nice compliment but remembers you from it. I don't know. This is great. I mean, there's nothing bad about this at all, you know? Amazing. Oh, Basma. Okay. Nobody after Basma, please. I gotta go. Basma is the last one. I can't pin my comment, which really is annoying. What were his intentions with me all along? Yikes, that's going to be hard to answer, because remember what I told you about timelines? Maybe he had very different intentions for you at the beginning, and then maybe after a few months it was something different. Let's just see what it says. Let's bring forth the messages Melody needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What were his intentions with her, for her, or with her all the time? All along, sorry. Interesting answer. Very interesting answer. I heard the word intrepidation. Intrepidation. No distinct answer on intentions here. I'm hearing wait and see. Wait and see. You were always a wait and see. Listen, they could have really liked you. They could have really loved you. They could have thought you were the bee's knees and saw a bunch of stuff in you, like wife material, etc., etc., etc. But intentions, this is the slowest moving guy in the whole deck. And you probably resonate with that because his lack of action was the main focus. Give me more. I think he feels what he feels, but he also, there's this other side of him that's kind of like disturbed. And again, Melody, we've read for your situation so many times, and I've told you before, there's something in you that triggers him. I don't know if it's his, oh crap, did you pay, Tanny? Gotta go. I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone on me to write, so nothing gets pinned. But it's okay, though. I can still go, like, you'd have to be the last. And listen, anybody who pays after Tanny, they're getting refunded, okay? I just feel like this person is too focused on self to even know what the hell is going on here. They're not really capable emotionally of understanding, like they're not ready or prepared, like really for any kind of intentions. And you know, with the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, you know, you could be someone, you know, they really, you know, while they like, really is kind of somewhat afraid of, you know, like stepping up for. Either that or there's like this contrasting belief between, you know, your beliefs are different, or it's like with the Hierophant, you know, you'd have to elevate to be with her. It's just, it's a mess right now in these cards. It's a hot mess. I don't even like the Temperance here, to be honest, because it's like, it's just emphasizing more of that wait and see, like testing, waiting, watching, gathering. Not everybody is going to treat you like that. Some people will go right for you. Like they see you, they know they want you, and they make a move. Now, is that person always going to be a good person? No. But we're talking about intentions, right? What's going on here? Why is my stuff not working here? For the love of... This internet is the most annoying thing I've ever dealt with. What is going on? Okay. The intentions are not really defined here. They're not defined. Crap. I gotta log out. Let me log out and log back in. If anything, I know Basma's next and I know Tanny's next. I just won't be able to access your questions. Let me just see if I can log back in. Let's like grab one last deck and see here. We've got intuition, gut feeling, sixth, psychic premonition, sixth sense. Now that's interesting for, my internet is not working. I hope that that's not like, am I still okay over here? Like, is everything working? Can you hear me? I'm gonna restart my iPad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could be picking up on the energy right now too. It's kind of like, it's interesting. I think this person always had a very strong intuition about you. But you know how many people a day ignore their intuition? And then they look back and then they'll say, oh, she's the one that got away. Yeah, because you let her, okay? Because you let her. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's a bit muffled. It's not going to be the easiest to answer. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, I'm trying to log in right now. If anything, I know Basma's next and I know Tanny's next. So if anything, if I can't get in, unless PayPal's down, you know what? Just Basma, write your question. I don't have time for this. Write your question, Basma. Oh my God, I just opened up my YouTube to what looks like a fabulous video. Why I've avoided pursuing a career. That's my kind of video. And then she has as the thumbnail, F careers. Oh my God. I have to save that to my watch later. Absolutely. Okay, let me go over here. OMG, what is going on? I need to get off of here. It looks like the internet is breaking down over here. Basma, write me your question. What in the world is going on? Like, that's the scariest thing when that happens, especially when you're live. Write your question quickly, please. I can't get into my PayPal. I hope anybody who's watching knows you do not make a payment right now. I'm done. My PayPal's not working. I'm just gonna wait. Tanny, write yours too. If you're there, Tanny, and you can hear me, write yours too, please, quickly. I gotta go. Oh, okay. I'd like to have message advice about my sister who unfortunately has mental health. It breaks my heart to see her like that. I want to know what I can do to improve her situation. Okay, I can't do health questions, but let's just see what the cards want to say. Thanks, Tanny. Let's bring forth the messages Basma needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What does Basma need to know right now about her sister? Okay, so there's what you're speaking of. Okay, there could be a lot of focus on maybe what's left or what has gone wrong. You know, it's kind of interesting with the 2 cups still standing behind this person though. So it's like, you know, there is a lot to like be happy for if we just could get her to turn around, you know? You know, it's interesting with this card, with the High Priestess, the thing I heard really loudly was you have to allow her to go through this time alone. You can't even help her. And I'm kind of relaying that message to you more in the sense of like, let me give you an example. You know how like when people go around waking people up or trying to wake them up, but it's like they have to learn that it's a self journey. That's what I'm hearing. And I know it's like it's family. You're like, how do I do this? But it's kind of interesting because I actually see a bounce back. A bounce back. Now, if it's not that it actually happens, just know it's available to her. It's available to her. This bounce back, this new beginning, I don't know if there's a lot of sadness around a family matter or if this is something that's causing a lot of issues within the family or if her grief is from the family. I don't know. But, you know, these cards are very positive and say that, like, you know, there's totally a possibility to get better. Give me more. That's interesting because of what I just said. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So it looks like, okay, I'm going to leave this here. I feel like it's a self journey. I would really encourage you. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about your sister. I want to talk about you. That's what I'm being encouraged to do. You have to figure out a way to separate yourself. And I know that could be very hard to hear because you're like, it's family. But it's like, broaden your awareness, okay? And understand that everybody kind of has their own path. And to be honest, actually, now that I'm speaking about it, like, can we really help anybody who doesn't want to be helped? Like, I'm not saying she doesn't want to be helped, but I could go out there and spread, you know, the secrets of the universe, but like, you know, I could get tomatoes thrown at me. I could have another person calling me the devil. Maybe one person may be there like, huh, you know, you've peaked something, whatever. But it's like, someone has to be able to be receptive. So even if you want to help, it's not really going to do anything if the receiving end is not receptive. Okay. So I just feel like what you need to focus on actually is yourself. Yes, be there for support. But I would start now removing yourself energetically and emotionally and detaching and having more of an expanded awareness that like people go through things and we don't have to always fix it. Okay. That's kind of like the message. Very sensitive. I know this is a very sensitive message. But I just want you to know there's a potential timeline, okay? There's a possibility timeline. It's not like it's not like anything's written in stone. I've been having a really hard time lately. I wanted to know any blessings or good things that are coming for me. Let's bring forth. You're welcome. Now, Tanny, I know you're very open. I know you're very open. So I guess I want to ask you, could it be that you're experiencing this time as hard because you've labeled it hard? Remember, everything is neutral. It's what we give the meaning to, right? So could maybe you define it differently and maybe see if something happens there? Because anything that's being brought up into your environment, you know, you need to see it. It needs to be, you know, experienced, right? So I feel like, you know, whether it's good or bad or whatever you characterize it as, it wouldn't be there unless it needed to be there, right? So, yeah. Anyways, talk to Tanny. What does she need to know? Okay, I see here. I see here the difficulty. I see the universe trying to grow me, but still it hurts. Oh yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. Oh, look at you. Very tired. You know, Wheel of Fortune tells me there's an imbalance too. You know, you're finding a hard time like getting your balance or getting your footing. And it could be that some days you feel great, but then the other days it's like, boom, you're down. But you are being called to look at something. I don't feel like this Wheel of Fortune is moving for no reason, like up and down. And look at that. It is for your progress. It is for your progress. Now, you wanted to know about the blessing. I'm actually being shown that whatever you're dealing with is the blessing. And that if you just decide today, you know, that you're going to look at it a little differently, you know, this could turn into one of your greatest blessings. But if you really want to know externally about something coming into your life, it's a moving forward out of this time. That's what's coming to you. But not only that, I've got better connections, better relationships, but if it could be with one particular person, or there's a friendship coming in, or there'll be someone sent in to help with this, or it could be, you know, a love relationship coming in. But it's soul family with the Two of Cups, and they are coming in to balance you out, because I think you need balancing with that wheel. You need balancing. Give me more. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Yeah, you're really going through something spiritually, but it's kind of interesting with the micromanaging word, because I feel like there needs to be a release, a let go, a letting go of micromanaging all of this. Maybe just kind of flow towards it. Maybe there's something you're resisting, but yeah, the universe is trying to show you something. And I think whatever you just wrote is the jackpot. Like, you hit the jackpot. Doors are opening, but you decide. Rewards and wild card. This goes back to what I said to you when I first was talking to you, when I said, could it be that maybe, you know, because you're labeling it that way, that's kind of the experiencing that that's the way you're experiencing it. I don't feel that it needs to be this difficult, like, to experience, but you're kind of in a very interesting time right now, and more will be shown to you, but you got to be patient, you know. Not only that, Three of Wands follows a Two of Wands. So have you decided to let go? You know, I know it's so easy for all of us to let go when it's all hunky-dory, but it does say with the Two of Wands, the card before this one, to kind of like put your hand on the riskier option and just, you know, go with it. I think you're on a different trajectory than you're used to or than you've ever been, but it's like you're experiencing it. It's the way you're experiencing, but this risk or this riskier time, what feels like risky, like not dangerous, but like it's just it's like there's no control over what's happening. That is getting you to see something, but it's giving you the better timeline. So like you got to hold on. And it's kind of interesting because he's holding on to the wand, and so does the Two of Wands guy. So you got to hold on. You're like almost done this round. Give me more. Yeah. Are you? Yeah. You just said that you're letting go of seeking validation. Are you worried about that a lot of the times? Like you don't want fingers pointed at you? Because she's on the spot. And it may not be that it's public embarrassment, but you may understand what that means. But it's like you are very worried about everyone's opinion. Look at all the fingers pointed. Look at all the fingers pointed at her. You know, I don't know if you tend to kind of like want to go under the radar or keep it like, what's the word? Keep it chill or keep it, geez, there's a word I want to say, copacetic. Copacetic. But like, yeah, no, that time is done. That time is over. You're moving on to a new phase. And you know, listen, you're on a journey. They'll work on what you need to get worked on. Maybe, you know, the next person is not going to deal with what you're dealing with, you know? Maybe their stuff will be different, but it's like, let go, redefine it differently. Say you're going to be on the other end of this so much more better. I mean, I would assume getting rid of seeking validation would be a big deal. I mean, I don't give two shits about seeking validation from anyone anymore, but I was once there, and I'm so happy I'm done with that because, oh my God, it was like when I look back, I was like, what was I doing? Like, why was I living like that, you know? And not only that, when I did seek validation, there was so much problems. There was always so much problems. Now my life is quiet, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you. Well, guys, thank you for everyone who was here. I always enjoy this time with you. I wish you all the best as always. You take care.